Hi YouTube, do a little review, or actually just show you my, let me see what the model number is on this. It's a DW872 multi-cutter, and I bought this. I do have the other one that uses the carborundum blades over here. That would be the, let me see here, DW872. I'm sorry, 28715 saw. That one runs pretty fast. This one here is geared down so that it runs fairly slow, because it does have a release the blade here, or I should say release the saw here, and it does have a carbide tipped saw blade that comes with it. I'm not exactly sure what number teeth it is, but if I can see if it, nope, it doesn't say on there. I could tell it apart. I'm sorry, I don't know how many, but I'll put the description once I find out. I'll put that in the description. But this one here is really nice. It cuts steel like butter. And one of the things you gotta watch out for is bringing the saw blade down. When you start it up, it does want to torque down, and you have to really watch it. I don't like to start it up if you're right above the steel, because you can get into a little bit of trouble that way. It'll want to torque down on you and then get you right into the steel. And if it's a light steel, you can really make a mess of the steel. And if it's a real heavy one, or you could possibly ruin the blade. But so far, I haven't pushed the blade, tried to force it through anything. It's just stupid if you do. But it really, honestly cuts steel like butter. Most of the thickest steel I've cut with it so far is 1/8 inch, I believe. I know this thing will handle some pretty good sized steel. I cut 4x4 steel with it, and that was tubing. And a previous job I kind of showed on YouTube was my steps, the post and stuff. They were 4x4 steel post. They were about 1/8 inch in thickness, and it cut those like butter. And a nice thing I like about this blade here, that it will cut without distorting or moving from side to side like my other saw back there would do. This thing is right around $400, I believe. This one I did get out of Amazon. I really enjoy it. It comes with kind of a hold down clamp, which I really only has one position here, and that is it. I have really not used the hold down clamp part of it. There is a angle on here, so you can cut up to 45-degree angles on it. The gauge here is fairly accurate, but I always like putting a square up to it just to make sure I'm cutting square. And this particular deal, you lift up, and then there is a position, different positions here that you can put the fence at. It actually does look like I can get this back here. I never did notice that. And it looks like I can actually put that in different positions back here. That's interesting. I guess I didn't pay any attention to that. One of my gripes about this saw maybe is getting the angle set, because when you do push down on this, it has a tendency to kind of move and walk on you. The other thing that I don't like about this, if you're cutting flat bar steel, yes, you could lay it up and down here like that, but I kind of like to lay it flat and let it cut along the long part of the deal instead of the short part. As far as the narrow, I like to have it cut wide because it seems like that's going to maybe be a little bit easier on the blade than if it was just up and down narrow. And what I don't like about this, when you do that, lay it flat, and I had some both 14 gauge and well, actually a 14 gauge I didn't cut, but I had some 1/8 inch steel that would want to creep underneath here. So what I did was I took a clamp and I clamped a piece of 1/8 inch steel along here, a bar of steel that was the same size as this, and then let it rest up against the bottom here of that fence, and that way the 1/8 inch wouldn't creep underneath it. So that seemed to fix that problem. 2-prong, 110 volt. It's got a lock down here so you can store it and protect the blade, protect you from that. It does have a pretty decent crank on here for a quick release for doing that. The tool is in the machine here, and I'm trying to think if this, I don't know if this is a toolless. I can put the link to the description, you can look that up, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily a toolless blade takeoff. It might be, hard to say, but I think you have to take some things out of the way. Oh, this does look, well, no, it's not toolless. You have to use the wrench. I think my other one is toolless, where you just take and turn a knob and it will come off. But that's fine. It doesn't take that long to change a blade out. So far I haven't had to replace the blade. I think the blades are fairly spendy for this, but I'll put a description to the blade. It does come with the blade. I was pretty happy about that because $400, it should come with something, right? But yeah, I really like this. It does a really good job of cutting steel. And that's pretty much it. Anything else? I don't know if I've missed anything here. It does have underneath, it does have a blade guard underneath here, and one of the kind of the knocks on that is it fills up with steel, or it doesn't really fill up with steel, but it carries a lot of steel. So if you move it from place to place, you're going to get steel in things, and already I've gotten steel dropped in the bottom here in my Ranger box just by putting this in the box. But I really do like this saw. It really does a nice job. And but thanks for watching. I've talked enough. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.